Hi, it's Miss Matzi, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about making an isotherm map. Iso means the same or equal, and therm means temperature or heat. So an isotherm map is a map where we're using lines to connect areas of equal temperature, and they can be really useful when we're trying to look at a whole bunch of temperature data, like on a United States map. So for instance, this is weather data from today, January 7th, and you can see there's all these different temperatures all over the United States. This is very difficult to sort of visually interpret just like that. You can sort of see that there's some warmer temperatures down here on the bottom and then cooler temperatures up here, but overall it's hard to interpret it just with the raw data. When we look over here, this is an example of an isotherm map. This is visually much easier to interpret. You can see that this isotherm map has a legend here on the right hand side with temperatures. So this area here, Florida, looks like it's between 80 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit, whereas this area, this darker blue area here in the Midwest and up here in Maine, this is between 0 and 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So just very quickly, you're able to see what the temperatures are doing throughout the United States. You're going to make one of those isotherm maps on this map here, or maybe you're going to be using data from a different day, like January 8th or something in the future. The first thing you want to do is make a legend for yourself. So it doesn't matter what colors you choose. It might depend on what colors you have available to you, but this is the legend that I chose. So you can see here that I put the legend on my map, and so it's color coded with the red for 70 to 79 degrees Fahrenheit, all the way to the purple for the 0 to 9 degrees Fahrenheit. I actually chose the red for the warmer temperatures because in my mind red is like a warmer temperature color, whereas like the blues and purples are a cooler temperature color, so that's why I decided to go that route. Now you are going to be drawing isotherm lines on, but one trick that a student gave me named Jelani was to actually put little dots on each of the numbers first, because visually that's going to help you understand where to put the isotherm lines on. So I started with the 70s, so I put those in red here and here. So you see I'm working my way through. This shouldn't take very long. I'm just like making quick marks on each of the numbers. I've done the red, orange, and yellow. So I've done the 70 to 79, 60 to 69, and 50 to 59. So I'm going to keep going. So I've put the 40s in now, and you can start to see that the 40s do come up here to the Chicago area, so that warm temperatures is making its way up to the Great Lakes. But it is pretty cold in places like Arizona and New Mexico. Those are pretty cold temperatures. Alright, so I've colored in every single temperature. I've looked at every single temperature in the United States, and now I'm going to start drawing in the isotherm lines. I'm going to start with the 70 line first. So what I did here was I drew a line all the way across the United States, and everything below the line is above 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and everything above the line is less than 70 degrees. It's colder than 70 degrees. And so you can see that I went through two of the temperatures. That's because those temperatures were exactly 70. So your ISO line is connecting areas of equal temperature. So if the temperature is 70, you draw the line straight through that. Here's the 60 line. Here's the 50 line. So the 50 line was separating all the yellow stuff from all of the green stuff above it. 40 line. So you can see in the 40 line, everything in this area right here in between the 40 and 50 line is in between the numbers 40 and 49. And then I drew in the 30, the 20, and the 10 line also. It gets real complicated out here in the West. Some of these I needed to circle up, so I made some mistakes there, but overall you get the idea. The next step is to color in these different areas to make it a true isotherm. So after you drew the isotherm lines in, then you would just color in all this area in between the two lines according to whatever your legend was. And so usually you stay within the borders of the country. You don't usually color into the water either. But you would just color that in, and then you're done with your isotherm map.